One of the things I noticed the most about implementing the 31 days of an Amish lifestyle is my days are much quieter and I feel like I get so much more accomplished. I'm going to explain to you a little bit why as we go outside today. Today promises to be a beautiful, warm, sunny day. We have lots of fog this morning. Today we're going to talk a little bit about different aspects of the Amish lifestyle and how much it has really been blessing me. I get working on my chores for today, which is we have to do some planting, some more spinach, we have some flowers to plant. I want to talk to you just a moment about Judy's book, In Plain View. And this is a book that has really been inspiring me, the daily lives of Amish women. I've noticed something that I think is remarkable, and that is that my spirit is quieter. I don't get up right away in the morning and check the internet. In other words, I don't get up early in the morning and check my channel. And that has been such a blessing to me. I do all of my chores, I do the work that I need to do, I get my household started, and then I can go and check things if I need to. The daily lives of women and the daily lives of the Amish woman is so much different than a lot of the daily lives of the English woman. And one of the things is that I'm finding is, you know, they're just focused on their home life mostly and not focused on so much on the internet world. And this is one of the areas I was really struggling with, was because my business is online, and so everything, my finances and everything that I need to keep myself running with our household and food on the table and bills paid has to do with the internet. But the internet has become so distracting, and that it's really hard for me to have a peaceful life when I was so intertwined with the internet. And so lately, because of the help, now I always say the 31 days. It's actually going to be more than 31 days because I don't think I'm ever going to go back to a different lifestyle because it has given me such peace and peace of mind. So one of the areas that I'm working on is the internet and not being so obsessed with the internet and not worry about what's going on out there. And that's one thing about the Amish woman. She wasn't concerned about the internet or concerned about social media and all of the struggles of social media. And so I've been reading in here, and it's getting to know the Amish and what they're thinking and their lifestyle, you know, all in a day's work. And so these are the aspects of the Amish lifestyle that I really want to envelop into my channel, because I think that we're living in a time and an age where it's so high-paced, rat race, and the Amish, even though it has infiltrated into them, you know, in other words, the Amish are receiving some of the struggles that we all do, they still keep that protection around them, that they are not allowing the modern world so much to come in. I know the young ones do have their phones and they do watch the internet, but I still think probably a lot of the women my age probably aren't really too consumed about the internet. So today I'm going to work on some things. I have two little birds and we're going to put them at my solar water fountain. I'm going to plant some seeds and I'll show you what I'm doing there. And so with these videos, you're going to have some meals, you're going to have some shopping, you're going to have some days like this. And this is days where I really have to get my garden established here before it gets too late in the season. This is my busy time of the year. And the Amish really emphasize gardens. Lots and lots of gardens. The Amish have lots of gardens, and they really are self-sustainable in a lot of ways. But all of us do rely on the outside world for some things, and that's just part of life. So I'm featuring this book today, In Plain View, The Daily Lives of Amish Women. And this is my daily life today. I'm not Amish, but I like to implement the Amish lifestyle because it's helped me in tangible ways and physical ways as well. Let me show you what I'm planting today. All right, let me show you what we're planting today. So it is a wide variety of things. We're planting spinach, and we're planting parsley. The basil's a little early, so I'm not sure about that. And then we're planting some more carrots. And then we have garlic chives, butterfly weed, and then we have wildflowers, and sage and pansy. So we have all of these seeds I have to plant. One thing I love is getting up early in the morning, because I do live in a neighborhood, but nobody is ever outside, and unless they're mowing or something like that. So when I come out here in the morning like this, it's actually 9 a.m. right now. There's nobody still outside. So it's really nice. I have the whole world to myself. All right, we're gonna go ahead and do some planting today, and then I'll show you some other things that I'm working on. All right, everyone, I have everything together, and let's do some planting, and then I'm going to show you what I'm working on in my raised garden beds. I think another thing that I realized is when I don't spend so much time on social media, I get so much work accomplished. So for me, social media was a priority. In other words, that came first, and then everything else came behind. Now it's a luxury. In other words, I get up, I do my chores, and then when everything is done and I need to relax a little bit, then I turn on the social media. But I only turn on certain things that I know is going to uplift me and be beneficial to me in my spirit and in my physical body and everything. That way I'm not watching stuff that is just really going to tear me down, and it's going to be depressing. So I guess you could say I have chosen to enclose my 4 walls outside here at the homestead. I chose to close them all up and have my own home the way I want it to be. And that is the Amish lifestyle. It's a lifestyle, you know, and it's a very peaceful one. It's like a simple lifestyle. It's like, you know, a lifestyle that is just what our ancestors lived many years ago. And I still love my 1963 mobile home. One thing I was really surprised about, the Amish in New Mexico have little homesteads, and they live in mobile homes as well. They're just off-grid. And I thought that's really interesting, because it doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter, you know, what you live in. You can implement lifestyles, you know. It doesn't matter what you live in. And so it's a welcome to everyone and anyone. You can take a little bit of it, implement in your life, or you could take extreme large amounts of their philosophy and use that in your life. It's all depending on what you want to do. When I grew up at home, now my parents left the plain church before I was born, but my mother always had that plain way of thinking. Then I married into a home that was a lot stricter in their way of thinking. They kept the plainness. So my grandma Fanny wore a covering until she died. And Grandma Fanny would talk about worldly women. And so I pretty much grew up with that atmosphere of, you know, being a keeper of the home, being at stay at home. And up until YouTube, that's what I was, you know. My existence in the outside world was, I had a couple friends, and I had some family, and I had my children and my husband, and that's about all I knew. So, you know, you just never know what tomorrow's gonna bring. I'm going to continue to share with you books that have inspired me. They're going to be based on true stories, true Amish women who wrote the books, and it's not Amish romance. I never could get into the Amish romance books. This is all nonfiction. So these are going to be all true life stories of how people like me are deciding, you know what, I'm sick of the rat race. I'm so sick of the rat race, and I'm implementing a Amish lifestyle. The point now where this is me, this is it. You know, this is what's given me such joy and happiness, and I hope you enjoy it. There is other videos sprinkled in. Of course, I'm going to the thrift store. The Amish like going to the thrift store too. Of course, my whole channel is not about Amish, but it's all about simple living and living on a very low budget. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you guys again tomorrow. Bye, everybody.